solve a system of equations. What's the first way that we learned?
Graphing.
Second way?
Elimination. No, substitution.
Substitution. And then? Good. Now today what we're going to do is we're going to create a system from a word problem, and then we're going to solve it in whatever method we want to solve. Okay? So what you do first is you read your problem. And then you see how many unknowns do you have. That's your variables. Alright? Then you assign each unknown a variable, and most of the time we use x and y, correct?
Yes.
Alright? Then you write the equations based on the scenario. So you have to read the problem, and then from your problem you come up with an equation. Put both equations together inside a bracket, and then solve for the specific answer that the question asks you. So let's look at example 1. And 6 years of teaching this same thing. And I need to change this to shorts still. So please change that to shorts.
Choose. Well, you never changed it in 6 years.
Alright, Sean bought 2 pairs of shorts and 1 pair of sunglasses for $50. Ricky bought 1 pair of shorts and 3 pairs of sunglasses for $50. Determine the price of a pair of shorts. Determine the price of a pair of sunglasses. How many pairs of shorts can you get for $100? I haven't even asked a question yet.
I was just saying that's right.
Okay, so the first thing is how many unknowns do we have? So what are we looking for? What? Shorts and sunglasses.
What? What'd you say?
Stop, that's uncomfortable.
I said
Stop. Alright, so we know our unknowns. We have 2. We need to assign each unknown. Why are you still cutting? Why are you still cutting?
He still had Why are you still Does he have them?
I need you to stop cutting. I need you to stop cutting, and I need you to write. Do you understand me? Jahir, lean back. Do you understand me? Okay. Alright, so we need to assign each of these a variable. We're going to call shorts x and our sunglasses y. Now, based on the information that they gave us, we're going to have 2 different equations. We're going to have an equation for what Sean bought and for what Ricky bought. What did Sean buy?
2 pairs of shorts and 1 pair of sunglasses.
How could we write that as an equation? Alright,
Alright,
Aldo's telling me.
2x plus y equals 50.
Fantastic. Take a point. Who can raise their hand and tell me how to write what Ricky bought? Tyler.
X plus 3y equals 50.
Fantastic. Take a point. Now we have our 2 equations. You can now solve this any way you want. You can solve using substitution or elimination, or if you really want to, you can graph. How do y'all want to solve this?
Elimination.
Alright, so most of us want to use elimination. We're going to use elimination. You're going to do what I write. You can do it a different way the next time. Alright, now, do y'all want to eliminate x or y?
Y.
Okay, let's eliminate x. If we eliminate x, are we going to multiply the top or the bottom? And what are we going to multiply the bottom by? Okay, let's multiply this entire bottom equation by 2.
What?
No. So you get 2x plus 6y equals 100. And then do we do anything to the top equation? Good. Look how good you do when you don't have your cell phone. Now, are we going to add or subtract?
We're going to subtract. The signs are the same.
Look at you go. Take a point.
Yes.
Now,
What does that say? Yes. Maybe if you do the word, you follow on.
also, you should know that 2 times 3 is 6. Are y'all ready now?
Yes.
Okay, so now you subtract straight down. What is 1y minus 6y? 50 minus 100?
50. Got it. Yep. And then y equals 10. Yep.
Now, are we done?
No, we are not. No, not
I didn't say take a point. He said take a point. Do y'all want to plug it into the top or into the bottom?
Always top. I thought it was supposed to be negative.
A negative divided by a negative is A.
Oh, my bad.
And can you buy negative shorts? Or negative sunglasses?
It's 25.
Okay. And as Jarrett told us, x equals 20 because you get 2x plus 10 equals 50. And then you subtract and you get 20. Now, am I done?
Yes. You gotta put it in the short order.
But did it right? Ask us another thing.
Yes.
How many pairs of shorts can you get for $10? For $100. Thank you.
Excuse interruption. I have a very important announcement. Students, please listen carefully. I need for the varsity girls basketball players to report to Coach Ward's office immediately. I need the varsity girls basketball players only to report to Coach Ward's office immediately. Thank you.
Okay, so we have X is our shorts, right? And we're trying to get $100. What would you do? Divide. And how many shorts can you get for 100? 5 shorts for $100.
Thank you, baby.
How do you feel about solving a system? What, creating a system?
Elimination is a lot easier.
What about the creating part where we did this?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Okay, Pumpkin, do you know that we didn't start out the problem with the equations? We read this.
Yeah, I just didn't know how to do that. Like, I didn't know, like...
Do you understand now a little better?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Steven?
How do you get the 5 shorts again?
We're... You do 100 divided by 20.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Yep. Okay, let's look at example 2. Example 2 says the sum of two numbers is 13 and their difference is 3. What does it mean if you're doing the sum?
X plus Y equals 13.
And if you're doing the difference?
X minus Y equals 3.
Alright, solve this one without me. Whatever method you want, solve it without me. And we're not going to say it out loud. We're just going to solve the problem quietly to ourselves.
No.
Oh, Jahir!
I said it. 2 points. Get the number. I get 2 points.
Ooh,
You don't get no points.
What is the answer?
He's sassy.
8 and 5. Now the second part says, are these the only two numbers that could work?
Yes.
Aldo says yes, you get a point. Aldo says yes, but let's prove it.
Let me forget.
Okay, we didn't get 8 and 5. I'm going to eliminate y by adding straight down. And then I get 2x equals 16, correct?
You divide by 2. You didn't. God.
Logan, say it a little nicer.
Logan doesn't. He's always saying that.
Alright, so do you see how I got?
Yeah, I didn't add the X. I just dropped it.
Alright, and then you plug it back in and you get 5. Now, it says, are these the only two numbers that could work? List for me 2 other numbers to add to give me 13.
5 and 8.
Incorrect.
Negative 5 and 18. Ooh, I like that. Now, take a point for coming up with that. What is negative 5 minus 18? So that's not... Okay, guys, we gotta stop talking and having these side conversations. Does everyone understand me? Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, those are scissors.
Negative 5 minus 18 is not 3, correct? Alright, what about 7 and 6?
14. 12. 13.
And what's 7 minus 6? So that doesn't work. What about 10 and 3? What about 10 minus 3? So that doesn't work. That's why the 8 and 5 are the only ones that work. Flip your paper over. How did you feel about creating those two that time? All right. Let's look at this problem. Your teacher is giving you a test worth 100 points containing 40 questions. There are 2-point and 4-point questions on the test. How many of each type of question are on the test? Now that I've read it out loud and you weren't paying attention, you're going to go back and read it to yourself. Right, Dom and Zach? Thank you. Jarrett. Stop. Hand it like a normal human and look on the next page. Alright, now what's our unknown this time?
How many questions?
How many of each type of question, right? So what kind of questions do we have?
2 points, 4 points.
Alright, so 2 points are going to be what variable? And 4 points are going to be what? Alright, how many total questions does it tell us are on our test? Because it gives us a lot of information. Now, how would we get... I'm not done talking. How would we get 40? What can we do with this information to get us 40?
We can make it into x plus y equals 40.
Good. Take a point. These are the total number of questions. You add them together to get 40. It can't be more than 40 because it says there's 40 questions on the test. Now, do we know any other information?
It's 100.
It's 100 points, right? What, Mason?
I was going to say there's 2.44 questions.
What can we do with that? No, he's going to tell me.
Another quick?
How? Tell me how to do it.
Put 2x and then 4y.
What would I put in between those?
You would do an add sign.
Why are you saying it so awkwardly? And look at you go. Take a point. Great job. Does everybody see how we created that? Yes, no, maybe so. Solve it without me. Without talking the whole time. Steven, Dom, that whole table over there, how fuck other than Aaron?
I swear they are.
Y'all have been good today, yes. You too.
I'm
Work.
not saying anything.
Work. Yes, that's probably best. Hush. Turn around, math. Write it on a sticky note. Write it on a sticky note.
I don't get it.
Oh my god.
Turn around.
We don't have any. Okay, I get it. You don't have any sticky notes. You get one? Oh, that though, so. We're gonna have a full conversation. Let's be ready.
No.
Oh.
That kind of sounds like just give me a paper cut. Oh boy. Don't say it. I'm sorry. Alright, let's get it. I knew you were gonna say that. I got this.
I don't even want to guess what he's asking.